What is up, guys, and welcome to another league racing video on F1 2021. This is round 8 of the LCR season in season 11, and this is a pretty big race because we have now reached the halfway point of this season, and it's going to be very important. So the second half of the season is firmly underway in LCR, and here are the standings after the last race in Monaco. And as you can see, we are in 12th place, tied on points with Carbon and Caterpillar after a great result in Monaco, and we are looking to do nothing more than keep the ball rolling in this race here today. And as you can see, once again, it is a wet qualifying session in qualifying, so yeah, a spanner in the works, but now that means it is anyone's game for pole position, and you join us in our second run on the wet compound tyres. We are a couple of tenths up on the Delta. We're currently 3rd and 4th, which is a very, very good start for both of us as we come through the last corner, looking to make sure we don't spin out or do any mistakes. It's a lot easier to do that in the wet conditions. But here we go, across the line we go, and it's a 42.2, and we are on pole position, so stop the count. We're on pole position. I'm just kidding. I mean, that's a great start. So Carbon in 4th. We're currently 1st. That is a great start. But like Monaco, the track continues to evolve through the session as we skip through a couple of minutes. And we've just got over 3 minutes to go here. And we have transitioned to the intermediate tyres, and we are down in P9 as Scather goes quickest. But during this lap, you're going to see this. Watch this. As you can see, this Mercedes slap bus has decided to take matters into his own hands, and he cuts the chicane and he cuts the couple of corners in front of us while we are on our flying lap. And then he puts debris all over the track as well by knocking one of the bollards on the outside of the track. So as you can imagine, I was not happy about it, and recording this now, I'm still not happy about it. I mean, I did report it to the stewards and he ended up getting a qualifying ban, but just what are you doing, man? Just what are you doing? I mean, that's just clown-like behaviour from the Mercedes drivers as we come through the last corner. It's been a very good lap despite the tomfoolery from Slapbus. Here we go then, across the line with just over 2 minutes to go. We are back into the top 4 with a 140.9, but we are 3 tenths off Scather as well, so we're going to try and go again on the same set of tyres. I mean, I think we're just going to do runs till the end of the session as we cut to the end of the second run. Again, we are improving. The track continues to get faster and faster. We're down in P7, Carbon is P6, so it's down to us now. What can we do on this last lap in qualifying? We don't have much ERS to go with, but we go second, 6 thousandths behind Maloney, the championship leader. So now we have the motivation. We're going to push on for one final lap here. Can we get pole position? Let's see where we're going to be, because the track continues to evolve, so we might get dropped down if we invalidate, just like Canada. So here we go then, through the first sector. We're hooking up pretty nicely towards turns 5 and 6. We've gone green, we're improving, but through turn 6, sorry, we're not really showing that much confidence, and we've gone a little bit cautious through turn 6. Through turn 7, perfectly fine, but we are just over 2 tenths up on this lap at the moment, and Cam, I think, has done a 139, so this is not going to be enough to challenge for pole position as we go through turns 8 and 9, short shaving up to 4th gear mid-corner to make sure we can ease the traction through the corner. As we go through the middle section, we're just up on typical F1 now, and we've gone purple apparently in the middle sector, so this could be a very, very good lap. We just need to keep it together, unlike Monaco. TMS Sora does a 39.1, so now, at this point, I'm getting the feeling that we might not even be fighting for a front row start here. This lap has not been as good as it could be as the track continues to evolve. Other people have managed to go faster on this occasion. As Blackie retires from the session, he's going to be in trouble. But as we come through the final 2 corners, pretty awkward through the penultimate corner, we missed the apex of the last corner. So a small mistake there, but we gain the time back. We are over 6 tenths up, so where are we going to be in this qualifying session? We are back into the top 3. But as you can see, we immediately get dropped down to P4 and P5. And in the end of it, it is P6. Unfortunately, everyone else seemed to maximise the evolving conditions on the track. And we haven't really done that, and Carbon is P11 as well. So it's a bit of a switcheroo from the last qualifying session. But yeah, only one car in the top 10, which is a bit disappointing, as we're going to see the strategy here. It's mediums to hards. Me and Carbon decided to switch the strategies. So he's going to start on the hard compound tyre and go for the mediums to the end. I'm going to go do mediums to hards as you saw on the screen. So, here we are, preparing for the start of the race. Looking to keep the ball rolling here in front after a great result in Monaco. Let's see what we can do. It was a bit of a disappointment in qualifying, but we can make up in the race here. 5 red lights, and we are underway for the second half of the season here in the French Grand Prix. It's a pretty decent getaway, and we're sticking behind third as we go into turn 1. There's someone side by side. We're going to try and go round the outside as a mazes round, and third has literally just hit us there. Going through turn 2, we have to hand the place back. But just like Bahrain, we have managed to make contact with the car in front. And look at the understeer we're getting. So I think you know what this means. And I definitely knew what it meant at the time. We are up in a P5. But it has come at a huge cost here as we are crawling through turns 6 and 7. And here we go then.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
And there you go. We have front wing damage, inevitably. The hit with Fern was enough contact to damage the front wing, and just like that, the race has been turned on its head, and it's basically been ruined before it's even begun, as Carbon passes us as well, along with everyone else. So, yeah, not ideal. It's far from ideal. It's an absolute disaster, and I think at this point I knew even if I tried to fight back, there wouldn't be much I could do to get much out of it, because look at the gap. As you will see here, we're changing the front wing onto the hard compound tyres. I'm not too sure what the strategy would be at this point, but as you see, you can see the gap between me and the next car, Rafiki, and it is 20 seconds. So we're effectively a pit stop behind, so we're basically going to be running around at the back for a while, as LS Carbon hasn't had too much luck either. He got dive bombed by a few people after he put it in, he paused the game for a couple of moments, so he's lost about 3 places. He was P8, and our only chance of getting points in this one, and now he's down to P11, so that is pretty unfortunate for him. But for us, it's basically race over. We've got to lap 11. Yeah, we're still last. Blackie and Fern have retired from the race, and it's only gonna get worse for the Ferrari crew here today. As you can see, we're just going through the first sector. LS Carbon has left the session. Yeah, not ideal. Carbon was our only chance of getting points after what happened to me at turn 2. So I'm trying to get him back in as quickly as possible. As you can see, Rafiki is overtaking him, and he's out of the point on lap 11. And that was basically his race over, and we didn't really take it too seriously after that, as we just cut through to the next lap. Yeah, we're not last actually. As you can see, we're still last. I don't know what I was talking about there. As we see Rafiki coming out of the pits from the medium compounds to the hards, he's actually come out in front of us. So just like Monaco, we are a pit stop behind, but this time it's to the next car, and that was race over. And Carbon didn't have too much luck after that. As we cut to the last lap of the race, nothing really happened, as TMS Sora wins the race. He has won in both Tier 1 and Tier 2. A great result for him, as he continues to build momentum in his own campaign. But meanwhile for us, we're going to come through the last corner. We ended up getting 6 seconds of penalty, so yeah, this was an absolute nightmare and an absolute write-off. Here we go, across the line, and it is P11, but Carbon didn't get any penalties in it, in fairness to him. So we're going to be finishing P12, and for the second time in 3 races, we're finished last. At the moment, things don't seem to be going our way, and yeah, it's pretty frustrating. I can only apologise to you guys, because the performances really aren't showing right now, and I'm really starting to hate this now. It just seems like bad luck or me making silly mistakes really getting in the way of me showing you my true capabilities in league racing. So there you go, final results. Carbon finished 11th and I finished last. And I'm really struggling to find form since joining Tier 1 again, and that has an impact on the driver's standings, as you can see here. Carbon is 12th and I am 13th. We are still both on 20 points, 8 points behind Rev Caterpillar. So at this point, we're going to need a really good race in Zandvoort to get a great result. But there's another issue here, because Zandvoort happens to be my most hated track on this game. But before we get into this race in Zandvoort, I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. I forgot to address it in the last video I made, but I just want to say thank you so much for the support so far on the channel. It really means a lot to me, and yeah, thanks for supporting me. But anyway, we've got Zandvoort, the Netherlands, for the Dutch Grand Prix. Round 9, we've passed the halfway point of the LCR season, and confidence isn't very high at all, because this is my worst track on this game, and this is also where I made my LCR debut. This is the same track I made my LCR debut a season ago, back in Season 10. But we moved into qualifying straight away. The plan is we're going to do multiple runs on one set of soft tyres just to put a banker in. As you can see, Carbon has done a lap straight onto the medium tyres across the line here. It is a 1:12.1, so we go slowest out of the cars that have done a lap. We go around again on non-ERS, around the banking section, as you can see there. Confirmation that we're running on non-ERS, and again we go another 2/10 quicker. We're still about 2/10 off Dralix in P5, and then I think we're going to switch to the mediums. So now this is where we're going to try and use the alternate strategy to effect as we go through this right-hander where they are very OP, and it looks like we're not very good at the corner as we have a bit of a moment there. And yeah, that is not really ideal because we're planning to start on the medium tyres. We don't have the outright pace compared to everyone else, so we're going to try and use the alternate strategy to jump up a few places. As here we go on the second run after the little spin. We've improved by almost a second to the soft run we did on non-ERS. So here we go, we've improved by a second across the line. And it's only P7. We've only jumped ahead of Carbon, we haven't jumped ahead of anyone else. So now we're going to try the soft compound tyres in order to improve. As you can see, that Amaze is in the 1:09 and my PB is at 10.1. So the pace really isn't there. So when the game told me I've done a purple sector 2, I wasn't buying it for a minute. As yeah, you can see the quality of the stream at all was not good at all. And at this point I told Carbon, yeah, we're going to commit to the alternate strategy. Carbon got disqualified in qualifying, so it's another poor qualifying from both of us. Only P9 and P11, and it's not ideal. Zandvoort's difficult to overtake, but we're going to try and use the alternate strategy to jump back ahead. As you can see, we're going to try soft to hard, but medium soft is possible, so we're going to try and do it. So here we go then, in the formation lap. You can see I'm really struggling with internet connection problems, just like Canada, where I didn't upload a video because of this problem. I'm just here showing you what I had to deal with here. Carbon told me right in the formation lap. As you can see here, the 5 red lights are about to go out, and then everyone is gone before I even get off the grid. So I ended up leaving the session, and I'm trying to join back. As you can see, I'm lagging like hell, which is really annoying. As yeah, just internet problems. There's nothing much we can do. We get back in, and we are ready to go racing here in Zandvoort and salvage something from the race, but this happened. The game didn't let me take control of my car, and it's put me in a random war somewhere, and that's it. Race over, just like that. Sorry about this one, guys. I'm going to try and come back in the next one, but until the next race in Belgium, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.